Welcome back to Out the Frame, an in-depth look into hip hop news, entertainment, sports, etc. This is your host, Bleak.
And you got your co-host right here, DP, aka Don't Play, aka Peasy, aka DP. What is that?
What's up, man?
Who is happening?
We back with another one, man. So a lot of stuff going on as always, but you know, this is what we do. So, like I said, what'd you say?
Nah, I just saw some shit, right? I just saw some things, a clip, and I want to get your take on it because I know why we're doing what we're doing because we got like an insight. We come from this, we're from the culture. So I wanted you to see this clip. You don't know
what you got, man. What you got? What you got for us?
I just want your live reaction to this clip. All right, you ready?
Let's go. Yeah, let's go.
Right now.
Do you want to go?
I know. You want to go wait outside?
Listen, but my son, listen to me.
Me and you chop it up, bro.
Like, game, I'm gonna leave out this bitch like a man. That's cool. What I'm gonna do.
Right. Or you can sit here and talk like a man.
You got the police in here.
How's it a police?
That ain't gonna move me. It's cool.
I just don't know why you're so convinced that this is a good place for you to talk like you're talking. Right.
I'm not
a boxer. I've made that extremely clear.
Stop talking.
I'm a podcaster. Why the would I stop talking?
Stop talking. That's your problem.
Why would I stop talking when I'm a podcaster?
Most you gonna do is hit the table. You would hit the table.
All you're doing is sitting here yapping.
Hey, so look, we talked it out. We said that everything was cool.
Yeah.
Why you coming
I seen the text. Yeah, you try to do the old switcheroo. Oh, I'm gonna act tough as soon as I get on the podcast. Oh, I can handle my own business as well. Don't worry.
Come on.
Yeah. I don't handle it by doing boxing matches with cavemen who want to act tough instead of doing a podcast.
Now you racist.
I'm not a boxer.
Now it's racistness coming out.
And now you're going to play the race card.
Talking about cavemen. You racist, man.
I'm describing your brain.
You weird.
Not your race.
You weird.
I'm going to ask you to leave.
That's cool. I'll leave. But I'm telling you, you a bitch.
I don't care.
And your ass a handsome guy.
Who is this, DP?
Handsome guy.
Come on,
I know Adam 22
get up out of here. Don't touch me though. But listen,
you're gonna have to go.
Handsome guy.
You're gonna have to go.
I bet you y'all he delete this out.
You said, who is this?
Yeah, who's the guy talking on the right?
So that guy, that's Ruger, right? That's a guy from Chicago. They done let the GDs in the door, right?
Okay.
And I guess the background is Adam 22 on his podcast or throughout history has been talking about FBG Duck and his mom. And let's see, Wooski, I guess, is another dude from Chicago, right? And he's part of the side of that doesn't really have a voice. Like we all know the Lil Durks and all those, but they aren't as big, so they don't really have a voice. And I guess Adam 22 has been on his blog, just following along with culture. Like if everybody's smoking on Tuka, but there's a backstory to that. So there's Tuka's family. So this is like that. This is FBG Duck side. And they just have a problem with how he's been talking crazy.
Right. So is this a thing where I guess like people are getting tired of podcasters or people, not gonna say podcasters. I'm not gonna say podcasters because obviously we're a podcast, but people that's seemingly outside the culture having like I guess their opinion on shit that really don't involve them. Is this a case of like that type of I don't know, attitude catching up with that? Like y'all talking on shit that y'all shouldn't be talking on. You don't even because I mean this from what I gather from the just from that clip, it seems as if the dude what Adam 22 said he's like switched up when he got in there. So is that a thing? Is that to me it seems as if the guy probably, I don't think he switched up per se. I just think something was said during that time that made him say, hold the fuck up. Like probably was already feeling some type of way about this shit anyway, but let me get in this and say my piece or say, how we feeling about the situation. But now you say something crazy, it makes me react this way. So I don't know, man. But I will say this. for the longest time, people like Adam 22, Academics, DJ Vlad, Rock 100, and it's a host of others that keep they keep shit stirred up within the hip hop culture, which I think is in a sense what they call that shit when it's like journalistic when they doing something that's outside of, you know what I mean? It's like being
You don't have any journalistic integrity.
Yeah, that type of shit. It's like you don't have no journalistic integrity. So it's like when you got people keeping things kind of stirred up in that sense, man, people going to feel some type of way, as you can see, going to feel some type of way. So I just want to know what's more of the background story because it seemed like it was something else there.
I mean, that's the gist of what I know. I just saw right before we started this, and it seems to me like you said, I think he probably went up there to be somewhat civil. Probably already had an issue with how he's been talking, and he might have just said something to set him off.
Yeah, set him off right there, yup.
Like you've been due for this. So
yeah, I mean, to be honest, listen, I done seen clips of Adam 22, No Jumper over the last couple years that kind of like, I don't know, maybe it rubs me the wrong way to be blunt because he white and it's like he talking about a lot of street shit and it's like you keep it shit, just to be real. That's what I feel like. It seems as if like he's saying things or he's speaking on things that he has no business speaking on because at the end of the day, if any consequences was to come to it, he's not going to be one of the people that's dealing with the consequences or the fallout behind it. It's like he get on there, keep shit stirred up, then he out the way. But the infighting between whatever street crews, whatever rappers, whatever is going on, those are the ones that's going to feel the consequences, whether somebody end up fucked up, laid out, or dead, or in jail. The consequence is going to fall back on those cats, not on Adam 22 or No Jumper. So to me, you playing with fire any damn way because all it takes is one with some intelligence to kind of see through that shit and say, you know what, we ain't gonna beef, we gonna go after who keeping this shit stirred up. You know what I mean? And at some point in time, that shit is going to happen. You know what I mean? And mark my words. And I ain't gonna say I hope it don't happen because sometimes stuff like that needs to happen for people to realize. Oh, matter of fact, I just seen something. Damn, what was that?
Ross? Was it the dude Trap Lord Ross? Somebody ran up on
him? Yeah, I just seen that. Just seen that.
Let's see if
we can find that
for the viewers. Let y'all
and that had to look. That's funny that you said it because that just happened. I guess between yesterday, day 4, whatever. But I just seen something, and I don't really know the full like scoop on that. But I know somebody ran down on him out somewhere. But he a YouTuber, right? He's a YouTuber.
Yeah, Trap Lord Ross does like all those. He does more like documentary style YouTubes, but they're always focused on negative shit. It's always the demons of this or the killers of that, and
the beefs and shit.
Yeah, the beefs. They do deep dives into the beefs, which
again probably got nothing to do with them. And you keep shit stirred up.
Man, I don't know how far back that went. I don't know. Let me see if I can find it. Y'all hang tight.
It's all good. But yeah, shit like that, man. Huh?
This is on the main screen. Y'all can see this?
No, they can't see it yet until you put it up on stage.
All right. Yeah, I'm trying to find it now.
It's all good. But yeah, it's stuff like that though, man. It's like these people make a living off of keeping this shit stirred up and people actually dying behind it. And when stuff like that happen, a lot of times people want to like forget about that shit or move on past it. I just seen Vlad talking to what's his dude,
Rondo.
Yeah, talking to him, and he pretty much was just like, bro, I'm trying to get past this shit. Y'all keep want to bring this shit up. Every interview want to talk about this when it's like, why we keep talking about, yeah, I get it, but why we keep talking about it? Like, y'all not giving us a chance to move on or grow from the situation because y'all keep bringing the shit back up, which I fully understand.
I mean, to be honest, I understand both sides of the coin. I'm looking for it. I can't find it. But the gist of it, y'all, is if you go look it up, somebody was at a casino or something like that. They ran into the dude Trap Lord Ross. If you don't know Trap Lord Ross, I think one of his biggest videos is when he did the is King Von a serial K word? I don't want us to get demonetized or nothing, but is King Von, a serial,
Yeah.
slider, and it was like a 2-hour documentary. And I think he did another one on like the Fulio and all that situation. And it's like, so what you got is we got a generation, and who really kicked this off is academics with that Warren Chirac. He's kind of like the blueprint of that. And now he got all these kids basically running around, his children. I don't even just mean kids, but kids of him who saw what he did, and they're covering this stuff. To them, I understand, right? Because it's exciting.
It's like it's just getting content, but
it's content. They don't know they aren't there. Like you said, they aren't there to see the aftermath of what happens, right? They aren't there to see the hurt and the pain that comes behind it and how they actually are stirring up drama. So I think to them, they're just like, they're engaged in it. They're engulfed in it.
Right.
It's interesting to them. So they do a deep dive and then they want to present what they found. Right. So,
which is, I mean, shit like that is like I said, I get it on one end because it's like they're looking at some of these people as like the next big thing, the rap star that's coming up, but this is the background story. And to have that content and to be out there first and presenting it, it's like, how that stuff it's pretty much is like, and it's wild because this is where I guess I just said something about like journalistic integrity comes into play, because if it bleeds, it leads. We already understand that just from that aspect. So it's like when bloodshed start happening, people want to be the first to like, oh yeah, I had that story first. Well, I was talking about that 2 years ago, 3 years ago. But people don't realize that these are actual lives, these are actual people, and what you say is going to reverberate and back into those neighborhoods which you're not from, and you not going to be around there. So you say what?
That not only are they not from there, they're never going to come there until it's like a King Von situation, and it becomes a tourist spot.
And that's crazy to me too.
Location. Even like, and I ain't gonna lie, like I went to the Nipsey Hussle mural, but that's different because, like, I mean, there's Nipsey Hussle murals in DC. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
even, like,
it is.
So it wasn't just like, oh, I want to see where he's from. I don't care about that. I'm in Cali and I'm not too California. I'm over in LA. I'm not too far. Let me go look at this mural of this artist that I loved what he was talking about and what he represented. But it's just like Kendrick Lamar said, you're just a tourist. You ain't really wild. You're a tourist. And now we got people incentivized to instigate. That's kind of what it is.
That's a good point. And that's exactly what it is. They're being incentivized to instigate. And again, they're not there for the outcome of the shit.
Not at all.
You see what I'm saying? So
whoever
ran up on Trap, what's his name?
Trap Lord Ross. I wish I could find it, man. I wish I could find it.
I seen that somewhere too, but I don't know where it had to be like on Instagram or something like that. But
yeah, I saw it on IG somewhere. I just don't remember where. But I mean, there's 2 points with the Trap Lord Ross situation when the guy ran up on Trap Lord Ross. Because at some point we got to take accountability too, right? The guy's like putting his finger in Trap Lord Ross' chest, and you got to do this, and you better stop posting this. But at the same time, though,
stop doing the shit.
Stop doing the shit. Like, everything. Like, you can't do shit for likes and attention and get mad when the attention.
Getting attention.
Yeah, you get the wrong type of attention because you're doing this for clicks and likes. So when you got eyes on you, people are gonna look and people are gonna talk. You can't be mad when you got a bad critic. You put an album out, there's going to be people that love it. There's going to be people that hate it. You can't be mad because somebody hates it. You can't put content out and be mad at the critics. Or you can't talk about crimes and then say somebody snitching or instigating when you're putting this shit out on record. You're putting this music out. So if you want it to be quiet, keep it quiet.
That's what I don't understand anyway. Like, y'all making it so easy. Not only for look, if these little 15, 16, 17-year-old content creators can figure out what the hell going on from another state, you best believe them peoples that's in your state, them boys in blue in your state, in your city, y'all making it so easy. They don't even got to investigate. All they got to do is open up Instagram, TikTok, or whatever and figure this, like, just watch the video because y'all be telling on yourself. And that's what I don't understand anyway.
Bro, they saw the whole Young Dolph. Like, we're getting to the end of the Young Dolph. Dude was just sentenced. But I remember like a week or two after, the whole internet is like, it was this guy. It was this guy. Look, that's his music video. He put this in the video because of that. And then, like, if you're going to do something and you think you're going to get away or even halfway want to get away, like, keep it offline. I guess from a different
then these niggas be like, man, yeah, these niggas snitching. Nigga, you snitching. You telling on yourself. You telling on your damn self.
And then you call Vlad the police. Yeah, he might ask you police questions. He does.
Right.
But you are volunteering the information.
Exactly. Exactly. That shit crazy, man. That shit is just it's so fucking crazy. But look, let's get into something else. Over the weekend or over last week, we had a couple of releases, and I don't know if you had a chance to check it out. But I do know I want to get into at least 2 albums. But Glorilla debut album.
Okay.
And I'm not gonna lie to you, man.
It's some good music.
She
got some good music.
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Shout out to Glow, man, because to me, I'm gonna put it this way: when I listen to her album, you expect to hear the FNF type music. You know what I mean? You expect to hear, twerking at the red light type music. You expect to hear that, but honestly, she has more. She brings more to the table than I expected. Her music definitely grown since over the last couple years. Her music definitely grown. She grown as an artist. She even glowed up. You know what I mean? To be honest, she looked much better. You know what I mean? Yeah, and that's what you're supposed to do. That's the whole reason for doing. To becoming an artist and blowing up. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to look better, sound better, move different, think different. The money. You know what I mean? Let's call it.
Your next album, call it Glow Up.
Glow Up. Hey, that's from DP to you. Glow Up. That's to be honest, that's a nice drink. You know what I mean?
Give me something back. But I feel it. So on a scale of 1 to 10, would you
as a date? You know what? You know what's so funny? I get you about to ask on a scale of 1 to 10, what do I rate the album?
Yeah, like, all right, like, yeah, give me your insight on the album. Give me
let me see.
Content quality, like overall, like, what's your thoughts?
Well, look, let me say it this way. She has a few songs on there that I just did not expect, right? Like, to be honest, I just didn't expect it. Matter of fact, let me pull up her track list so I could run it down for you real quick. It's because a few of them kind of stood out. And I'm gonna throw some like the After Effects on here and show the track list on screen and stuff like that. But let me get to it 1 second. I listened to the whole album maybe twice.
Okay.
All right. And all right, here we go. I'll make sure this shit don't play because I don't want to get flagged playing music and shit. So I'm trying to pull up the album without it playing.
I got the track list right here.
All right, we'll run it down. What's the first song? I know it's like the first song is like it's the intro. The intro alone, right? And she says this was so funny about music, and this why I love rap, because when I'm listening to it, right, when it first come on, it's playing, and I'm like, damn, this remind me of T.I. First Joint. I'm serious. Then she said something about that in there. I was like, damn, that's crazy. The intro song. Yeah, go ahead, put it on screen. The intro joint, right? Okay. And this let me put it on there like this so we can, yeah, there we go. The intro song is a banger, right? We know what TGIF is. But
So they're going,
that's the fourth song. I got it.
going across like
Yeah, I got it. So the second song is a banger too. Now that's more like, you know, her speed of music, you know what I'm saying? Procedure is cool. TGIF.
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
No. Listen, Lotto might be, to be honest, Lotto might be right now as female rappers. Right now, she might be the number one female rapper right now because she got the whole package right now.
And I know we're reviewing Glow, and this is Glow's moment, but real quick, just because we're on Lotto, because she just dropped 2, maybe like a month or 2 ago, and her projects are like one. I don't know how, like, it might be a little sexist of me to say, but because it deals with a lot of male rappers too, but I don't know if who really writes their own music. But with that being said, if Lotto writes her own music, like she's smoking songs. Like
I guess we have to do a dive on that one too. You know what I mean? To
find out. She can rap.
That's what I'm saying. To me, Lotto is the total package. But let's like I said, let's give Glow her moment because you know what I mean. We're gonna revisit
with her album. Very somewhat similar though.
Not, and to be honest, that not look, and here's what I'm gonna say about Glow and the features on this song. When you hear, she stands out. She's not gonna always be the best rapper on the song. Like the song she got with Megan on here. Megan is just a better rapper, but she's more polished too. She's been in the game longer, so that's the only reason why I say that. But Glow still stands out on that song, if that makes sense. But you could definitely hear the level, like the difference in levels on that song with Megan and Glow rapping. So that's the only takeaway is that. But on every song she's featured somebody, she stands out. But I'm gonna tell you the song
with Sexy Red.
Huh?
She got the joint with Sexy.
Oh, yeah. Now look, that's another one though. You know what's so wild about that one? When I'm listening to it, I said, damn. Sometimes it's hard to take a song and make it your own, and it's gonna be as soon as you hear it, you automatically know it's Wipe Me Down. You automatically know that. You know what I mean?
Just left New York City, hooked up. He did it.
But you automatically know it's Wipe Me Down. But I will say this: it's like, damn, Glow actually brought a new feeling to that song. And Sexy Red, to be honest, she held her own on it. But that song, they made it new. They made it new again. They brought life back into that song. Dare I say? But it's a couple songs on here that I will say that definitely stands out. And the reason why I fuck with Glow so much, probably more so than a lot of other female rappers, I'm talking about just fuck with her personality, is because when I'm listening to this album, like I said, I expected the ratchet shit. That was a given. But at the same time, I didn't know she had the depth like the last song, Queen of Memphis featuring Friday. I'm like, damn, that song bangs. Like she got some soulful shit about her. That's what I would say.
Was that Kirk Franklin on her album, bro?
She got Kirk. Look, the joint with Kirk Franklin.
Kirk Franklin on there.
Yeah, the joint with Kirk Franklin. I think I wish we could play music, but I already know. Matter of fact, we could play music, but just take it. Well, nah, I ain't gonna do that.
They can listen to it. We can reference it. But
yeah. But Glow's prayer is one that stands out, and that one stands out, and it's another one.
She out-rap Boss Man D-Lo. Like, I mean, some of the features, you see the feature and you know what the song's gonna be. You see Sexy Red, you know it's gonna be ratchet. You see Meg the Stallion, you know it's gonna be ratchet. You see Boss Man D-Lo, you know it's hood music. But she does, so like what I will give you is this: her rapping is all right. Like her, like I'm not gonna hear her.
She's the sound of Memphis right now.
Wine. Yeah, and I like that you said that because I'm gonna come back to the sound of Memphis, but she does have lines every once in a while that stand out, whether good or bad. Because like she has a line where she's like showing off my moose knuckle, like good Lord, girl.
Yeah, she say some cold shit on this joint. She got a few lines.
But she also said, like, don't nothing beat failure but a try. And that's a tough line right there, though. You know what I mean? Don't nothing beat failure but a try. So, like, I do like when she's rapping about like her overcoming things. The ratchet music is not for me because I'm not out here twerking, so it's not for me. But like I said, I like her overcome music. She got to give you some of the ratchet because that's what they expect of her. And what else was I about to say about it, man?
I'm gonna tell you a song that's on here.
I wasn't expecting to hear T-Pain.
Right. I'm gonna tell you a song on here that I feel like if she made a video for this particular song and it was done right, just because of the subject matter, it would take me back to Eve, Love Is Blind, and that's the song Don't Deserve with Money Long. And man, that song right there, she got some shit in that song that make you be like, damn, man, because you could tell that she's coming from a place that either she experienced it or she knows someone that did experience it, and it's about like an abusive relationship.
That's what I was trying to. Yeah. She got
that song is tough, man.
Best friend or something like that. Tough song. Like
Money Long, like she sang, man. The vocals on that one. That's a great song. It's a great song, and that's what I'm saying, because when you have a message behind your music, that's what, man, you talk about this shit all the time. A lot of times, with rap today, it's a lot of people that's just missing a message. They're not telling a story. And when you have a message and you can tell a story, that's what hip hop is truly about. And for the longest time, especially like today's music is missing that element, which I believe
story,
which I believe she can, she's doing it. You know what I mean? She's doing it.
And so overall, that's what I'll say about her album is, like I said, the rapping ability is par. Like it's not like some crazy wordplay or nothing like that. It got good beats. Like I tend to listen to music in the gym at this point. Like that's usually when I'm listening to music. So I like upbeat, like energizing music. So it got that vibe to it. And what I do like though is that, like you said, she's telling her story. Like it is her story. The whole album is a complete piece that's kind of like giving you Glorilla. And a lot of artists, male or female, don't do that. And I, like you said, I think that's what the game is missing. Just tell your story, be true to you. So even when she got the ratchet like on the game, and she's really giving you Glorilla though, and like she's giving you a spectrum of who she is, and I applaud her for that.
Yeah, that and again, that's what's been missing. The one thing about Glow is certain rappers, it doesn't even matter, male or female. If your voice is distinctively you, then that is always a plus. And some people say, she sounds masculine or whatever. That's her voice. But more importantly, what shines through no matter if it's an interview that she's doing, no matter if it's just the music, you get a sense of this is who she is, and she's being true to herself. She doesn't never come off as trying to be anything other than who she is. And to me, I think that's going to take her a long way. It already brought her a long way, I could see, because it's something about her personality that's truly infectious. The same thing that's reminiscent of like Cardi. Like I don't always agree with all the lyrics and shit like that with any rapper, to be honest, with any, no matter male, female, whatever. I don't always agree with every single thing they say, but when someone comes off as authentically them, then I can stand behind them, and I can even like support, show love to them because they're being themselves. And she definitely comes off as a real one. So shout out to Glow, man. I hope she does well with this album. And good luck to her career, because I think she's one that's gonna have some staying power for sure.
All right. And another album just came out a few days ago, or like a week or two ago. The Baby just dropped an album called How the Fuck Is This a Mixtape? And the only way that it even came across my my radar is because I saw academics or somebody posting his first week sales at 9,000, which is crazy to me. 9,000 is what somebody used to do independently back in the 90s. Like E40 out the trunk was doing like 15, 20, 20. Like, I don't know its numbers, but like you would see independent artists in the 90s when you had to pop the trunk and sell physical tapes, people were doing more than 9,000. And
Right.
remember when the baby, before his controversy, he did like 100 and something thousand the first week. So the fall off is crazy, and I don't think it's a fall off, because if you go listen to that album, I don't know if he's calling it an album or a mixtape, but it's fire. It's the same.
My thing is, why when people
had.
real quick, why is like when when people drop music, right? Like whether it's on YouTube, music, Spotify, why it's like so hard to find a new album? Like they push that shit to the what you gotta, I guess you gotta pay for it, huh? Because when
It
you
depends. I think it depends on who it is, because some artists, they'll throw it in your face even if you ain't looking for it, you know?
yeah, it's like so crazy because I listened to this joint the other day and I'm having the same issue right now. Trying to find it. You got to put the whole title in. It's like usually you could just put the,
So
but
something like that. Maybe he was like shadow banned or something. Maybe like the internet's
probably
version.
still, huh?
Yeah, because like you don't just go from 100 and something thousand the first week to 9,000. Like, that's crazy, right?
What you think
So
about it though?
I think it's fire. I think if anybody ever listened to the baby, if you ever liked them, I don't see how you don't like this. He got the same producers. He stepped up his flow. To me, he actually is rapping better than when he was hot.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's kind of puzzling how somebody like him is not getting more attention when, one, like, he's what rappers kind of pretend to be. Like, we saw what happened when he's threatened, right?
Right.
A lot of rappers rap about it, but he's done it, and you saw his, like, he really doesn't have any blemishes on his resume. He's been with all the vixens and stuff, so it's like, how is he like pushed to the side like this? But
Well, we know why.
again,
The alphabet mafia strikes again. And
I think it's the music. Like, you got to play ball, and if they see you aren't trying to play ball, then they're not only are they gonna push you to the side, they're gonna bury you. They're gonna
so
work
when
the
you say
bury.
play ball, what do you mean by that though?
I mean, if you whatever agenda they're trying to push, and it doesn't even have to be the
Yeah, I got you.
it's whatever agenda. Like, if you seem like you're a loose cannon and you can't be controlled, they're gonna knock you down a couple pegs, and either they'll let you back up or they're gonna keep you down, like a Nick Cannon situation. They're like, well, he's very valuable. He's given all these shows like Masked Singer and Wildin' Out and all that. So he said the thing about, you know,
Right.
anti-Semitic, quote unquote anti-Semitic, and they took all that away. But he's contributes so much to what they got going on. They're like, go on your apology tour and we'll give it back to you. You know what I mean? And I don't think he did his apology tour, so he's not get back. But there's an old clip of like Lupe Fiasco talking about how, like, not only did he get banned kind of in the industry, but they would like take the money they would have put to promote him into like promoting against him. And I just
Right.
saw Mill say the same thing. I just saw Bobby Schmurder say the same thing. And sometimes it sounds crazy because you never hear artists say this until they're on like the downslide or the
Right.
downside of what it seems to be their career. But is it an organic downside, or is it because the industry just created this narrative to kind of
It could be a little bit of both, because I think sometimes when you start to hit that downslide, it's like I often hear like ESPN analysis analysts say about like football players, basketball players, it's like a what have you done for me lately type of thing. So if you start to have a decline in your music, you're not going to get the same shine that you was getting previously. You know what I'm saying? But it's kind of fucked up because now it's like you made it to the top and maybe your sophomore or your third album starts to slide a little bit, and then it's like, all right, we on to the next hot thing. And we just kind of seen that, I don't want to, but we kind of seen that with sports. I was making this comment the other day about like when you have a quarterback that does good their first year, and then all of a sudden that sophomore slump happened. And it's like people are already calling for him to be replaced. And it's like, damn, he didn't have a chance to fully develop, but you already want the next thing. So it could be the same thing with some of these rappers and stuff like that. But let's get back into the Baby's album.
Yeah, so I think
what do you think about it?
I think it's a must listen. I think he's rapping better than a lot of dudes out here. He's same thing. He got some context and he on this one,
it seems a little bit more introspective on this one.
Yeah. I mean, because he's had a lot of things. Like he's rapping about like, man, my mom beat cancer only for my dad to die. You know what I mean? And meanwhile, I'm rapping, making this music, and y'all don't even know what I'm going through. And that's some tough stuff to deal with. At the same time, his brother's committed suicide.
Right.
So like he touches on some of those topics again. He's rapping. Like he can rap and the beats are good. And like I said, I listen to music in the gym. This is some of these songs are gonna end up in my rotation, just like some of Future songs are gonna stay in my rotation. Another new album or mixtape that came out that a song or two is gonna be locked in my rotation for a while is Fat Trail.
Oh yeah, his new album was fire.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie.
Polished album he's put out to date. I think if he did that on his come up, he'd be in a whole nother stratosphere because he's rapping too. Actually, he's rapping.
And you know what? It's funny that you brought up Fat Trail because Fat Trail, just like the Baby, I want to stick on the Baby just for a little bit because I do want to talk about the Fat Trail album as well. But one thing that you constantly hear about the Baby is that he's still rapping the same, or he just sound the same. But you know what's so crazy? That's what I was about to say is that people don't realize that when you are a rapper, the one thing that makes you stand out, I mean, back in the day, and I don't want to say like we old, but for real, like what rap was during the 90s and 2000s, early 2000s was that you had to have your own style. So when a rapper comes along and have their own style, why is it a problem that they continue to do their own style? It's like these people today is hell bent on wanting everybody to sound the fucking same. And no, that's not how rap's supposed to be. It never was that. Why would we revert back to or why would we try to make everything the same instead of being, an artist in your own lane? That's what makes artists, right?
Celebrating your differences.
Exactly. In fact, so basically, even with that, Fat Trail, another one.
He got his
rapping his ass off and got his own style. He don't even sound like all these other DMV rappers. He never did.
Nah, and that's
he raps
to stick to him.
Exactly. I seen somebody come out with a top something of the DMV or something, but anyway, it doesn't even matter with that. I'm gonna say it like this. To me, Fat Trail is the best rapper to come out of DC. He's not the most successful. He's not the most successful. He's not the most successful, but he is the best rapper to come out of DC for sure. Man, who else you gonna?
All right,
who else do you really want to say?
You just veered into a whole new segment. All right, y'all. This is a quick segment right here. This is going to be its own thing right here because
best rappers out of cities, man. The best rapper.
So when you say DC, are you including the DMV or
you might as well? Let me tell you this. So to all you guys out there who want to make it a difference, or DC is too damn small for it to be by itself. Maryland, PG County, whatever you want, it's too damn small for it to be. That's why it's the reason why it's a DMV market, because it needs Virginia, DC, and Maryland to have a competitive market to compete with anybody else. So let's just call it what it is. So when I'm saying
get into the Fed system, it's DMV. It's DMV.
Exactly.
And you go
exactly.
DMV,
and nobody else is going to make that. We the only ones who make that distinction between us, which is fine because it's like some petty shit. It's cool,
But
but
people want their individuality within that. But so I just wanted to
understood.
clarify. So top 10 out of the DMV, you got Fat Trail as the best rapper. We're just talking about. Are we talking about skill wise? Or
I'm talking. Listen, I'm talking about having the total package of being a rapper that's from here that really represents the culture here, has his own sound, can actually really rap. You see what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like, he really has it. The only thing that Fat Trail is missing was the time that he took away from himself. If he had more time, come on, it wouldn't even be a question, man, really. But I mean, this is not to take away from Shy Glizzy or take away from Wale, because I actually think Wale is the truest, best representative of the music here. I will say that, but he's not the best actual rapper. He's the most successful. He may even be the most polished, but he's not the actual best rapper. And it's not to take away from him, because I think if we had to do it how it is, like, who would you want to represent the DMV area as an artist? I would want Wale to truly represent, because I feel like he has more. He thinks about the shit that he's going to do. You see what I'm saying?
So we got to list it out. This is going to take. This is not going to be. We can stretch this out because, like, all right. Because DMV is shining right now. I don't know if y'all realize, but right now, setting records on Billboard top charts is Shabuzi. He's been on number one for at least number one for at least 11 weeks, but he's been on the charts for like 20 something weeks.
And you know what's crazy? Hold
on, let me just give you this. He beat Adele. He's been on there longer than Adele. He's like her highest song, higher than BTS. Like BTS, the little Korean K-pop. He's been on there longer than I think he's tying like Harry Styles from One Direction that whenever he broke and went single. So he's in some, like, I think
elite company.
The last decade, there's only been like 5 songs that have been number one for over 11 weeks.
And what's crazy was, you know what's crazy?
But that's not really rap though. But
it's not rap. And I was about to say it's not really rap. And guess what? You probably just put a lot of people on that he's actually from the DMV area. Now, a lot of people's not going to claim him either.
Ain't nothing country. I ain't trying to blow your spot up, but ain't nothing country about Woodbridge.
It's not.
Yeah, bro.
But that's the thing, though. He knows, man, listen, if anybody want to act like it's some country about Woodbridge, yeah, it's down Virginia. We know that. It's VA. Okay.
It's like 30 minutes out.
Come on, yeah. It ain't country out there. You know what I mean? It ain't country.
I think he said he grew up, his dad listened to Garth Brooks and stuff like that. He is like, I think he's like Nigerian born or something like that. Like his parents are Nigerian.
What's up with all these? It's always African. Kind of
Shabuzi.
That's what I'm saying, man. That shit funny.
Isn't JIDK? Isn't he like
IDK?
Not. I think there's JIDK and IDK. IDK. One is with Dreamville, and I think the other is also.
But isn't the dude what's his name? Tommy Richmond? Isn't he from
DMV too?
So we got now. That's more. That's not even rap either though. Really, that song. They gonna call it hip hop though. But it's not.
So IDK is rapping. Okay, IDK.
Corday, look, IDK, Corday.
All right. We got to really do this list because I think if you jumped out there just throwing
Rico Nasty, Big Flop.
We actually got some. We got some rappers. So all right, we aren't talking about success. All right, we got to leave that out because that's not even a competition. We can easily look at numbers and see that's going to be like Wale number 1, Logic number 2. If Shabuzi, you want to include him as a rapper, then he's probably number 2 just off Tipsy. I think that alone has probably eclipsed Logic, who I just found out he sold his catalog for like 8 figures or something like that. So,
Logic.
Yeah.
That's gonna be another subject. Like, is it
got over on somebody? My bad, but he can't.
He said they want to buy for what?
look, I might look all the Bobby Sox fans, whatever. Look, man, Logic is a cool dude.
They gonna
I
fuck you
remember
up.
we were at University of Maryland, and this is before he really got on.
Yeah.
See, we were there. He did that concert, all DMV hip hop. We were there. I watched them give autographs for an
To everybody.
hour to
He did
every
to
single
everybody.
person who was there. Until the
And
last
that's
person was there, he gave an autograph, took a picture, and I was like, "That's genius," because they're gonna post it. They're gonna, you know what I mean? He's
this
building
like damn near before like Instagram and shit. It was around that time when that shit was first
Twitter.
coming out.
Twitter was
It
kind
was
of
probably Twitter, yup.
so
Yep.
like I'm not knocking Logic as far as the person, you know what I mean? But his rapping is average. He's very average
I would have
because
thought he would have been much bigger than what he became.
I think his issue is like what you were just saying about Glorilla.
Hold on, remember this?
He doesn't have his own voice. He doesn't have his own style, and that's his.
Do you remember people was actually comparing Logic to Drake? Do you remember that? Like that was a real thing.
Yeah,
that was a real thing at one point in time. And that's crazy.
What was that rap style called? The pause flow, like I got these rappers lost, Nemo, like whatever, where you say like
yeah.
End, like, when it was.
I remember that. I definitely remember them.
It
was a thing.
We need a round of applause for the DMV, which we help kind of like. I'm not the
man who don't know
DMV hip hop, like we
who don't know this is all DMV hip hop. That brother right there and myself. You know what I mean?
Very instrumental, and the ones that know. Even Fat Trail, I remember doing an interview with Fat Trail at Stadium, and I knew like he does have like he
shout out to Debo too, because Debo, my man Debo was the first one that said, Hey, Bleak, I got somebody, man. It's a dude right here, and I think it was like out Florida Avenue somewhere, and I ran into to Debo, and that's when I first met Fat Trail or whatever, and this is like a long time ago.
Man, we're talking y'all like 2011.
Yeah, this is a long. This is a minute ago.
2011 time, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I went to go meet him for an interview at Stadium, and I watched this. The club's closing. I watched him go to the tables, and he's drinking shots from the glasses that were left. I'm like, you a wild nigga. You wild for that one. But also, even this Fat Trail, the show with I put him on that show with Gutter Gutter and Tay Don. Like, how long ago was that?
Yup. That was at Club 24, right?
Yeah, that Club 24, and that's even what brought Fat Trail to my radar. Is one of the promoters is like, there's this dude Fat Trail, you need to he's burning up the streets, you might want to get him on your show. I'm like, man, I don't know, because I'm charging people to get on there and stuff like that. And I went and I looked, and he had that freestyle, I'm like, oh nah, this man was spitting. And then he did that No Secrets, the video in the cemetery. I'm like, he got it. So but anyway, back to the list. Like, this is no knock.
We're gonna have to really do a show about just DMV artists, because I think
there's a lot.
Because when I said it, it's like, damn. I'm saying Fat Trail because he's the one, to me, he stands out the most. That's the music that I will more closely relate to as far as the sound. But it is a lot of other artists out here. Big Flock, we got Rico Nasty, we got, like I said, Shy, we got Light Show, we got.
I'm a little out of touch with like some of the more,
and it's a whole lot more too, though. It's a whole lot more. And forgive me because people will be mad because we ain't mentioning them.
Yeah, the newer generation of artists. This isn't a slight. I just am a little more out of touch with who is it right now in the DMV. So I can't really,
we do our
it's not a slight to them.
Show. But do our homework and do a show about it.
So out of it sounds wrong to say it, but out of the more known artists, this isn't a knock at it, but like some who have touched mainstream, like you said, Rico Nasty, Corday. How do you rank the top 10? Because we got there's actually some rappers out of DMV who got skills.
And to be honest, like I said, I don't even want to go out I think, to be fair, to do this, we can't go by like quote unquote success industry.
We gotta leave that out because
we gotta go by like impact. You got to go by impact. Like, are you feel? Because to me, that's what music always been about.
All right, so we'll rank
Are
them impact and ability. All right, because if we go impact, you got to throw Flock, because he is, a lot of people credit him kind of like with the DMV flow, right? Like, is he one of the ones like one of the bigger songs?
The Thrax movement, that shit. Matter
Yeah,
of fact, I think they got a show coming up on the 20th, I believe.
Lil Nas had I think he dropped the ball. You dropped the ball. You know what I mean? You had that man, I can't even think of the song. But there was a period when DMV was like, man, dudes was doing like hundreds of thousands of views, if not millions, all like independent.
So I guess we can ask the audience right now, because we're gonna put this clip out, and I will say this. I'm gonna ask y'all. So y'all can put so y'all can put us on game. Who's the top 10 all-time artists from the DMV?
We can't go by sales because that's unfair. That's unfair. But let's go
impact.
I mean, we can consider sales, but you know that's automatically going to be Wale, Corday, Logic, IDK.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't know if we're putting Shabuzi because he's not really a rapper. And Tommy Richmond said he came out and said he's not hip hop, so he's not in the conversation either. But it's good that we got some representation on the charts.
But is that so is that a sign? So let's kind of like, I guess, switch up a little bit. Is people not calling themselves rappers a sign that rap is actually dying? Because you're starting to see different genres, from Afro beats to whatever you want to call this country shit that's going on right now. A lot of people that it's like will automatically put people into a hip hop lane, but even those people, like you said, Tommy Richmond is not saying like I'm not a rapper, which is cool. I'm not saying you have to be that, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to be anything other than what you want to be. But it's just kind of funny that we're starting to see that, where hip hop for so long has dominated these charts and everyone wanted to be a rapper. It seems as if now we're seeing people actually want to change lanes and be something other than a rapper, which to me is fine and it's cool. But what do you think about that? Do you think that that's a sign that maybe hip hop is actually dying off, or a new sound is coming about? Because it's not just Afro beats I've seen take over. It's another what's the other song, other music. But anyway, that's my point. It seems as if people are doing something other than rap.
So rap, the pure definition of rap in hip hop, I do think is falling off. And that's something we can track just by charts. For the past decade or so, like, rap has been the most popular genre as far as streaming and everything goes, as far as numbers. I mean, of course, you still got your monoliths like The Weeknd and Taylor Swift that are outdoing everybody. But combined, I think rap was the highest stream genre. But it is slipping, and it was slipping up until the Kendrick and Drake beef. Mm-hmm. They did crazy numbers with what they had going on, and it kind of put rap
the attention back
as a genre. But I think that's going to be short-lived. Right now, we're seeing the emergence of country. Like, country is killing the charts. Like, let's see, if we pull up the Billboard charts 100, I bet you is going to be like, for the first time in a long time, there wasn't really a lot of rap on the charts. So is it dying as a genre, its popularity? I think so. And then we got to look at like what rap and hip hop is changing too. Like, what we consider rap and hip hop, because you got somebody like Rod Wave. Is that rap? You know what I mean?
They're gonna consider that rap, but I get why you asking that.
And then, and like I said, we got merging genres where you got like country, okay, shooting up, but like you got Jelly Roll and Morgan Wallen, who are basically kind of rapping on country songs. They're like doing what Rod Wave is doing, but on country beats. But country beats have 808s in it now. So I think that like rap hit its peak, and now it's like it's become a prototype for other genres, and as a dominating genre, it's still going to be there, but I think elements of it have sprinkled into other genres.
Right.
But yeah, I don't think it's controlling the charts. We just seen the mass firing of all these record execs and stuff, and a lot of that is around like the hip hop side of it. So yeah, I think it's
that's what I do. You think that has a lot to do with it though? Like these like I said, the record executives being fired, is that like is that like a reason why maybe hip hop is dying, because they had taken them pretty much like say even fired or stepped down? It seems as if like that's a telltale sign as well that hip hop is taking a new direction.
I mean, I don't know if they're really stepping down. I think some of these record labels are like, we're shifting what we're spending on, because I don't even think rap is really making money for these labels at this point. I don't think that's their profit.
I don't think it is either. How can they be making money if, like you just said, someone like the Baby coming out the gate 9,000? That's and his album, but it's trash numbers. But you can laugh at the numbers. It's not trash music, but the numbers is trash. Yeah. And so maybe like, man, it's so I do want to do a deep dive on this DP. Like, what the fuck is really going on where for real rap probably still
the numbers.
Yeah, like what's going on with it, man? Because it's crazy, because as popular as hip hop has been and still is, let's not act like it's not, it still is. How the fuck is someone like the Baby only got like, I think they fucking with the numbers, man. Something is being manipulated. Something about the game is being manipulated.
They play with the numbers for certain artists to make them look bigger, and I think they play with the numbers with certain artists to make it look smaller. Like for instance, I don't know because I don't follow her like that, but they were talking about Sexy Red. I saw a few articles like her shows are being canceled. They're bombing at the ticket office and da 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 da. So she said, no. This touring company wanted us to sign with them. We didn't sign with them, and now they're running a smear campaign. And so she started posting, I guess, footage of her concerts, and they look pretty packed to me. So who knows? We're in a game of smoke and mirrors, and like I've saw artists complain even about the streaming. Like they don't even know how the breakdown works. Like YouTube, none of these companies really like showed you even how the breakdown work. How artists aren't even in a position to say how much they charge for their music at this point. If you stream,
that's crazy.
What are you gonna do if you don't stream? Like, how are you gonna get you can sell your tape on your website, and you think the Baby did 9,000? How much you think you're gonna do? You know what I mean? If you're just selling a tape on your website where people can get all this other music.
And to me, it seemed as if that was the game that was ran on this. I'm talking about on hip hop culture over the last few years. You notice how no one has their own website. I mean, they probably do, but it's not. I'm just saying, it's like they probably don't. Most rappers probably don't, but I know it's some that actually do. But what I'm saying is, if you really think about it, if everybody was truly independent and truly had their numbers from social media transfer over to their own digital sales, their own like shit, like, so to me, it's like that's the game that was ran. It was taking the power directly from these artists out of their hands, and you have to go through them to have your music streamed. But it's like, why? You know what I mean? Like, no one is thinking about some type of way to do something other than Apple, Spotify, YouTube Music. It's like that's where you have to go to sell your music. And of course, you still got stuff like SoundCloud or whatever, but let's just call it what it is, man. I think the game been ran on. Game been ran on us.
So let's take a second here and look at let's look at the charts. Let's see who's doing what.
All right.
And we can kind of get a taste of who's moving and what's moving in music. So number one, this is Billboard Hot 100 for the week of October 12th, right? This just concluded.
And you just brought them up.
Last week, number one, position number one, weeks on chart, 25 weeks. This man is killing it. Like I said, he's selling records. Who'd have thought a country singer that's black from Woodbridge would be doing
that shit sound like some Twilight Zone shit, man. I'm not even lying. I ain't mad at him, no. Salute to the brother. Get
And
your paper,
then
man.
Billie Eilish, nothing about rap. You got The Weeknd and Playboy.
What genre of music is Billie Eilish? Like, I know she is, but
I don't know what you consider that. Is it pop? Like, I don't like. It's not pop.
maybe
in the sense
pop,
like,
because I don't think she is like a pop singer. She don't.
yeah, it's not pop like a Ariana Grande. It's but it's popular music. I don't
Is
know
that
what
because
that
she's
is.
just a popular? Is that what pop music is? Just because you're a popular artist? Is that what it is?
I mean, Michael Jackson was the king of pop, but his music isn't like the pop now.
His
But
music is
she's singing on
R&B.
that
Like they
song.
try to make him the king of pop after they try, but man, MJ R&B, man.
What she's doing is singing, but I don't know if you would consider that R&B. Like, I don't know. It's not like upbeat pop. I don't know what that genre is. Then you got The Weeknd, who, like, I think he just set a record right now for 20 songs or something like that with 1 billion streams each. Like, I don't
That's
think
crazy.
anybody has that.
That's crazy.
Right?
Even off 1 billion streams, though, that's only like $173 or some shit like that. Nah, but that I got a problem with that streaming shit. I ain't gonna lie, man. I got a problem with that shit because it's something we know the artist is getting fucked around for their music, man. Like, it's no way you got 1 billion streams on 20 different songs and you're not a fucking billionaire. Because come on, man. Like, how you don't? I don't get it. Something ain't right.
Well, you ask and you look at the top 5, right? The top 5 out of the top 5, 2 of them are country. So that should let you know 2 of the top 5 are country. You got I Had Some Help, that Post Malone, Morgan Wallen, and Shabuzi. Yeah. I don't see any rap on here.
It's looking real slim for rap, man.
Sabrina Carpenter's running the gamut. Not Like Us is dropped out of the top 10, but it's still 11. So that's holding it down, I guess. 22
Not like us.
Not Like Us. It's gonna hit number 1 again. This isn't the last time.
Oh, Super Bowl, he will be number 1.
Yeah, it definitely will be.
Let's put a pin in this, and because I want to come back to that, because I'm gonna actually clip this out and say that we said this shit. He's gonna hit number 1 after the Super Bowl, which should be a given. You know, he should.
We got Tommy Richmond. He's
number
up there,
14.
But that's
not a rapper.
hip-hop.
He's not a rapper. Remember, he's not hip hop.
Definitively said that. Chapel Roan, she's definitely pop. Morgan Wallen, you got country. Luke Combs, country. Jelly Roll, country.
Jelly Roll more of a rapper than
yeah,
he's an ex-rapper. But I fuck with Jelly Roll. I'm not gonna lie. Like, if I was to listen to anything that you want to call country, it would be Jelly Roll. I'm not lying. He's actually a great artist, to be honest. When I say an artist, Jelly Roll is an artist. So
I gotta listen to it then. Marshmallow, that's like EDM, Dasha, I don't know. Sabrina Carpenter, here we go again. Morgan Wallen came out of nowhere, and he's kind of like all over the charts. Zach Brown, I think that's country. Teddy Swims, he's some person that somehow Spotify kept putting on my.
Morgan Wallen got a song with somebody. He got a song with some rapper. I forgot who it is.
It's on the charts. I saw it earlier. It's Moneybagg Yo, but we'll get.
That's
to that.
Who it is. Yep. That's who it is.
But Morgan Wallen does stuff like with Lil Durk and
Yep.
Post Malone. He went full on country. Blake Shelton is country. Tate McRae country. I think, I don't know, maybe pop. Chapel Roan, SZA. This song has been on the charts for a long time.
She killed shit in 2024, 2023.
Yeah, she kind of moved people out her way when she comes. Mm-hmm. And I was out somewhere.
And she signed to TDE, right?
Yep. I was out somewhere this weekend, and all these girls out here look like baby scissors. Like the way they were dressed with the jean jacket, the curly, like it was just like little versions of scissors. but not mad at that either. Like that, still on the charts, man.
You like Scissor too, because I heard you talk about her before.
Isn't it wild that Drake stimulus package is working, man? Like that, not like us.
You called it a STEMI. They got the
And
STEMI pack.
who was the first people saying like that for the record? Since
Come on, man. DC,
where
man.
did that come from?
Stop playing. DC.
Right. Exactly.
I still say that shit. Matter of fact, on my OTF Eats on that drink, I said that's gonna be one of the rankings of the food.
It's like that.
It's like that. So like that, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to say shit that like I say.
Explain to the people real quick what like that means. Like the original. Like where did it come from?
Yeah, I like that. I like that is like a high. I like that is a high praise for something. It's giving something like a high mark. Like if I say, man, shorty head is like that. The head is like at a 10. That is that. But I like that it's like a 10. It's like, damn, that shit like that. You know what I mean? It's a high mark, high regard for something. We see something, man. We see that car. Oh man, that joint like that. You know what I'm saying? The new J's or whatever new shoes come out, you put them on, you wearing them joints, you rocking them joints, right? Niggas gonna be like, oh, them joints like that. You know what I'm saying? You got a fresh coat on, coat look nice. Niggas like, yeah, that joint like that. You know what I mean? So I like that is a high mark. That's
for
pretty
all
much.
y'all that don't know, that started DC DMV. There's even like go-go songs talking about it from the
Must
90s.
Be like that. Must be.
That's like
so,
early 90s too.
Yeah.
And we can come back to this because people don't realize how much the DMV and DC has.
We influence a lot of shit.
All right. Speaking
going
of
hard.
We're gonna put a pin in this billboard. Y'all can go look at the rest for yourself. Like this is just a quick glance. You see the only rappers really to sum it up are like Future, and that's because he just dropped. You got Moneybagg Yo, that's with Morgan Wallen and Eminem, which is I don't know what you want to.
Where it used to be all these people that you naming used to be at the forefront of the list. Now it's like you want to damn on the back end.
You got MGK, who I don't know what he considers himself at this time because he's doing rock, he's doing this, and his song is with Jelly Roll. So I don't know how it sounds.
Rap rock.
Yeah, so no, it's been on the charts for 10 weeks, but it's new to me.
And I guarantee you it's because of Jelly Roll and not because of MGK. That's not a shot at MGK. It's just that Jelly Roll is so hot as an artist. He's pulling MGK up with him.
And Playboy Cardi, I guess he just released his new album, which was supposed to be highly anticipated. But that I don't know if that's really rap. That's like what I was talking about, how rap is kind of.
He might as well be MGK.
Genres and stuff. Boss Man D-Lo.
He like some rap rock shit too.
That's rap, actual rap, like rap, not even hip hop. That's rap, Boss Man D-Lo. And yeah, so this is just the rest of the charts. 21 Savage got something with Summer Walker. Sabrina Carpenter is killing the charts. Billie Eilish, Charlie XCX, Chris Brown. I didn't know he was on the charts because the industry doesn't really look out for him either. T Grizzly, J. Cole, okay, and like NLE Chopper. But yeah, these are the top 100s. Who's not in here again is Drake. But anyway,
crazy. That's crazy. Hold on. You went through this whole 100 and Drake was not on there, huh?
Not nowhere. I think he's gonna drop with that Party Next Door album pretty soon because like this is bad for his brand. Like I don't think there's anything like necessarily wrong with it, but if you built your brand off like hit, I run the charts. I'm king of the charts. Kind of need to be on the charts. So I think we're gonna see something from him real soon. You know what I mean? And with that being said, I think Kendrick Lamar slightly after, I think he's just playing the game, letting people play their cards, and like because he's in the position where he's gonna drop when he wants to drop, and he doesn't have to drop. And J. Cole just came out with what he had to say. I think Kendrick Lamar is just sitting back and let everybody show their hand. But not to get too far off that, you mentioned how much we, DMV, DC, have contributed to music, to fashion, to culture to lingo.
Man, we don't get our just due, but it's cool. It's cool.
We don't, and we're gonna come back to that because that's gonna be a whole nother topic from New Balance to language to all that. But
and speaking of which,
and
speaking of which, I want to shout out Polo. I talked to him the other day. He has a whole list of movies on Tubi. Actually gonna do an episode with Polo. And he has a whole list of movies on Tubi, and one of them is called The New Balance Boys. It's supposed to be like a heist movie or whatever. So straight out of the DMV. So we gotta shout him out because we're gonna have him on very, very soon. And man, like I said, we got some shit here, man. We got some shit here, and
like it's just so many though. Like Glizzy.
The word Glizzy is that's crazy, man. Because the word glizzy is now like people. I've seen people on news anchors say that shit now. Like it's crazy.
Like it's in the Google. It was in the old Google Pixel commercial. Glizzy gone. Like,
yeah, you're right. It was.
Man, did you see Robin Thicke on the front porch?
On the front porch with Nucci. Man, come on.
Man, that's crazy. That's crazy.
And you know what? You know what's so crazy about that though? That Nucci, shout out to the brother Nucci, because he has created his own lane and own platform that rivals, if dare I say, it rivals Tiny Desk.
Tiny Desk got 24 hours to respond. What's all gonna do?
And I can see this shit is on. That shit is only gonna get bigger.
It's gonna get bigger.
And it's not because it's not just because he had Robin Thicke on it. It's just the fact that you're starting to see people that you would never expect be.
That's more so what it was, not Robin Thicke, because he had the one with Tweet. That ain't crank.
I didn't. Yeah, that's what I mean too. Because he had Tweet,
but it was
had Jada Kiss on there.
The locks.
You
the
expect,
whole
so you expect certain rappers to be on there.
I wasn't.
But now when you start getting like I said, Tweet, Robin Thicke, people you just not, they're off your radar. Not to say that they watched anything like that. You just wouldn't have thought about them. And then when you bring them onto that stage, and it's like, damn, I'm sitting there listening to that shit like, and this shit crank. And shout out to my man Mel, Guitar Boy, on the guitar there. Yeah, man, you just wouldn't expect them, and they come on there and they do their damn thing, man. So, yeah, we got some shit. But look, we're gonna wrap this episode up.
Hold on, but we can segue that because real quick, I just want to get your opinion before we go. Because we contributed so much. So when you got two other people that claim culture, right, in hip hop, Memphis or Atlanta?
Man,
who was more influential?
This is going to be a tough one because when you're talking about Memphis and Atlanta, we're talking about two musical hubs that definitely are juggernauts when it comes to rap, and not just rap, but let's just say rap. I'm talking about if you go back to the early 90s up until now, both have made pretty much legendary careers, from Outkast, 3-6, we talking Project Pat, we talking
MJG,
man.
Got some people on the map, man, and
even today, you know,
Juicy J and DJ Paul's sound is all through rap. Like their influence is all through production. But man, so is like a Rico Wade or an Organized Noise in Atlanta. So I don't know.
It's kind of hard to say who made of because it'll be easy at first, I guess, at first glance to say Atlanta.
That's the easy answer.
Yeah, because I do think they had definitely look, because when we say certain shit, sometimes it's like you say it, then you think about it. So I'm glad I kind of caught myself. But it's like you would think, because Atlanta definitely has some street artists. Definitely, from Gucci to T.I. to Jeezy and a whole host of others to Thug, and you got all of that. But then it seems as if Atlanta sound, this is what it is. it seems as if Atlanta sound is more polished and more mainstream, but the grittiness of Memphis music, and we can't say that that's not mainstream because how the hell 3-6 is not mainstream? How the hell is MGK and I mean not MGK, MJG, A-Ball is not mainstream, which they are, right? They legends. So it's kind of like, damn, who has the most impact from Young Dolph to Yo Gotti to God that Memphis now, even now with Moneybag Yo and fucking
Finesse.
Glorilla.
So Glorilla.
That's hard, man. That's hard.
And Key Glock. And
Key Glock. God damn. Memphis is one of those. They so you know what? Memphis is still, you know what? Shout out to Memphis. Because the Memphis sound, even now, it still seems as if it's still slept on. It seems it's like they're just underdogs, but they really not. They really
they've
giants
been here
for real.
for a long time. Like they had Suave House back in the day.
That's right. Suave House Records.
Suave House. Like
Tila and God damn.
When you had Rap A Lot, you had Suave House.
Yeah, you know what? You know what? We can't even do that to Memphis no more. Memphis is a hip hop juggernaut hub, like just as big, if not more important than any other. I mean, you could put them up against like any other city.
Texas kind of is a hub of its own. New Orleans is kind of a hub of its own. Because the sound of New Orleans, man, because Manny Fresh, on one side you had Cash Money and Manny Fresh, and then on the other side you had Beats by the Pound and No
Limit. Yeah,
and they kind of had a little moment, and then Wayne, took off with it, and I don't know, like Atlanta had a.
Is it fair? Is it really fair to ask that question? But put it this way, I'm gonna ask you guys out there. Ask the people out there. What region? Go ahead.
In order. What are the most impactful regions? Most people are gonna say New York. And you got to put why, but you got New York, you got LA, like Detroit kind of has its own movement right now.
Yeah, Detroit is strong right now.
Detroit got a hell of a movement.
We just said the DMV. God.
DMV.
Damn.
Chicago has had a crazy movement from Kanye to the Lupes. You know what I mean? The hip hop side to the Do or Dies to the
even St. Louis.
You
got Nelly, Nelly and them, and now you got Sexy Reds, and I'm pretty sure it's others too. I know we're missing somebody from St. Louis, but
yeah, I don't know too much about St. Louis, but maybe y'all can tell us because I don't know about you got Nelly.
I guarantee you, it's others out there that we're gonna be like, damn, I ain't yet. Watch. They're gonna put it in the comments for us.
All right, so top 10 regions.
And who's the top? Who's the top 2 right now running it? Would say, to be honest, I will say, I think it's Memphis right now.
Running it right now.
And at today's present time, I think it's Memphis. You thinking? Listen, you over there thinking you can't think of nothing. Name another one.
Detroit got
Detroit. You can put it up there. You can definitely put Detroit in there. But I think Memphis is the one that's actually like is leading the way right now. Memphis is leading the way
on the forefront.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know. You got it. It's I don't know. You say Memphis.
I say Memphis is running the music, the rap game right now, currently, right now. Memphis is running
over Atlanta. That's over New York. That's over Florida. I don't know who, but that's over Texas and Cali.
Right now, currently, as we speak, in the moment, it's Memphis. Now, if it's somebody else, I want y'all to drop it in the comments and say who it is.
I'm gonna go left, and I'm gonna say Detroit. No,
right, well, guess what?
Y'all prove us otherwise.
Y'all prove us otherwise, and guess what? This is Out the Frame. This is your man Blek. That's my man DP. We're gonna come back with another episode, and we're gonna see what y'all been saying, right? And we got some news that's headed. That's gonna be some good news for the fans out there. All right, we out.
Yep.